Welcome to a new episode of Potation Rotation, and today we are going to go used video game hunting. Just a handful of stuff that hopefully you'll see later on the channel. So we got a handful of places that we're going to go to, and we'll try to find some games. Let's see what we pick up. So we already had some bad luck. Two of the places that I checked on, one in West Dallas, one in Milwaukee, they didn't update their hours online. One of them was closed entirely today. And that's Record Head in West Dallas. I mean, a Saturday? Like, who one day a week decides to close? They're going to choose a Saturday. That's kind of ridiculous. Record Head, get your shit together. And then another one in Milwaukee. I think we will get in that door. They let you all the way through them. Well, I don't know. They just came in from shopping. But anyway, they had a sign. that said you had to call before you even came, number one, and then number two, they had a big close sign lit up. So now we're going to go to a GameStop. We're going to stop at two GameStops. This is going to be one of them at Mayfair Mall. And we got another two stores that are going to be like the same, a media exchange store, a book reseller. We're going to stop at another GameStop, but we're going to stop at the GameStop at Mayfair Mall first. We'll take the elevator. Actually, there's escalators down there. I never go into malls anymore. Yeah, I thought it was in the corner. What's that? Oh, it is? Nobody's at the Jamba Juice. So GameStop was kind of a bust, and I kind of knew it was going to be, but I did pick up one title that wasn't even on my list. But in the meantime, I wanted to make a side stop at the Lego store, and they're only letting in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 people at a time. So we gotta wait to go in, but I just want to see if they got any of these Mario Brothers sets and see how much they cost. I probably won't buy any, but they're pretty much sold out everywhere. I just want to see if they happen to have any. Alright, so we stopped at the Lego store real quick just to see what was going on. Took about 5 minutes to wait outside, and now we're going to leave the mall and we're going to actually head to some outside stores. This is the only mall stop. So I think the next stop is going to be like Mega Media Exchange. we're going to be hitting up some stores in the Brookfield area. Alright, so now we're in Brookfield and we're stopping off at the Mega Media Exchange, and I got my list. I forgot my list before. Specific games I want to buy. So this is going to be one of two locations. We got another one to go to. Hopefully I'll be able to find a lot of good stuff at one of these two or both. Not exactly the collection I expected to find, which is really nothing. I've got 2 games here, but they're not even on my list. Let's see. I might only be walking out of the store with a couple things. Alright, so we're leaving the Mega Media Exchange, and she was on the phone telling somebody in there that one of the other locations that we're supposed to go to moved, so we're gonna have to figure out where that is. But I'm walking out with a couple titles that weren't on my list, so now we're gonna hit up a used bookstore that also has some video games, hopefully. There wasn't much of anything in this store. I was kind of surprised. So we decided to stop at one Goodwill store along the way, because you never know. We'll also find some other things that I want, but just see what kind of video games they have in here, if any. Pretty much in and out of the Goodwill store. They had like some Wii and Xbox 360 and PS2, mostly all like Madden and FIFA soccer and some fitness games, and that was about it. Nothing in the case, nothing special. So now we're going to the bookstore, used bookstore. Alright, so now we're in the half price books in Brookfield, hoping they've got some video games. They used to sell them video games when other video game stores wouldn't take them. Haven't been in one in a while. But at this point, I'm going to be following my list. Whatever I can find that interests me for the sake of the program, that's what we're going to go get. Finally found a Need for Speed I can buy that's 2-player. So I'm going to pick that one up. I am wondering, this is the second place where I've seen this Shaun White snowboarding, but we kind of made an agreement that like Tony Hawk isn't really a racing game, so I don't think snowboarding should be either. But I'm going to check out some of the other ones and see what they got. So I finally located one of the games on my list, but it's $30. You can find it complete on eBay with its case and manual for the same price. So even though it's right there, I'd probably actually rather buy it online. I'm not paying $30 for a game that's not complete. So finally back in the car. I did pick up 2 more games for the Wii. I'm having a lot more luck finding games for the Wii that I never expected to even find any Wii games. You know, I had a list of just PS4 and GameCube games that I wanted. Nobody's got them except for the one that we saw in there. That was $30 for just the disc, and I can buy the game complete off of eBay for that, maybe even cheaper. Which sucks because I like to support my stores here, but not when they're overcharging, and I don't know if I can haggle this place or not. But anyway, so but I'm coming out with some Wii games. It makes me wonder like if I can find more Wii U games. But I'm just not finding anything on my list. But we've got like a few more stops, and one of them really should have like a good selection of old video games because they buy them off of like auction lots from around the area, and then they get a delivery, a truckload of them in, and then put them out. So that'll be like our last stop. But for now, we're gonna head over into Greenfield. So we're at the second half-price books in Greenfield. I made a decision not to stop at the second GameStop, even though it's right behind me that way. because I think I'd be wasting my time at this point at GameStop, especially if some of the local exchange places might be higher priced than I expected. GameStop definitely would be if I found any of what I wanted there. So, but we're gonna go into the second half price books and see what they got. So apparently they're at capacity, and I have to wait outside. It's the first time I had to wait outside for a store, except for the Lego store in the mall. But I was already inside the mall. So now I gotta wait for them to call me in. Fun times. Alright, so we're at the second Mega Media Exchange in Franklin. Had to go out a little bit out of my way because they moved out here, which is why I decided not to go to the other GameStop. So I got my list, even though that's been kind of pointless at this point. So second and last stop, the second Mega Media Exchange. Not exactly the best use of space. And it makes you wonder why they moved in here. But found another title. Of course, it's not on my list. We're gonna go look at PS4 stuff now. And I only had like a few things on my PS4 list. Pretty sure that I will not find what I want. Does not appear so. So I'm gonna walk out of here with one more game. Wait, is this that's VR. And it's only one player anyway. So it looks like I'll be walking out of here with just one game not on my list again. Yay. So we're at our last stop, Makes Sense. Variety store. They got toys and games and stuff, but we're gonna go in there. And after the big circle we made all around Milwaukee County and a little bit of Waukesha, we're gonna go in there and hopefully see if they got anything that I can find that's on my list. The last hurrah before I start eBay shopping. So just walked out of there completely empty-handed. Huge disappointment, because they got stuff. They even got some Atari stuff in there. They had nary a GameCube game. They had a ton of Wii and a ton of Wii U, and some of those titles that they had in there I already bought. About the same price. Some places I paid maybe like $1 more than they charged here. Barely any PS4 games. And it seemed like some of their older systems, like a Sega CD, a Sega Genesis, a Nintendo 64, were a little bit overpriced. Because I would have easily picked some of those up as well, especially the Nintendo 64. That's something I still need to collect on. But I expected to walk out of this one with something, and I came out with nothing. So it looks like I'm going to have to get everything on my list off of eBay or any of those other resale apps that are available, or maybe some local marketplace or something. But I'm really disappointed. Of all the stops, not a single game on my list I could find around town. Of course, there was 2 stops I couldn't make. I might make those some other time, but yeah, it's a shame. So let's take a look at what I picked up today. All right, so we're back, and we're going to take a look at what I picked up at all the stores. I had a list of 10 stores to go to. Went to 8 out of the 10 because 2 of them did not update their hours online. I might stop at those some other time. And then I had a list of about like 15 games for both the GameCube and PS4 that I wanted to pick up. Of those 15, one place had one of them for just the disc only for just $30. I can probably find that for the same price online complete for that price or less. And that was a Burnout game for the Wii. No, I don't remember. GameCube maybe. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because I didn't find anything on my list. Nothing. Of all the 8 stores, especially the Makes Sense in Milwaukee, I was really disappointed. Usually I've gone in there and found some things that I've wanted when I've walked in there, in the past. Not this time. Not this time. Nothing. So, what did I pick up? Well, let's see here. I've got the Indianapolis 500 Legends for the Nintendo Wii. I haven't played the Wii in a long time. I'll tell you, there was no shortage of finding Wii and Wii U games at these stores. And I've got both those systems. Actually, sorry, no, I've just got the Wii U. Why would I have the Wii? But yeah, and I didn't even think about picking up any Wii or Wii U games, just because those are games that I just don't really play anymore. So, but anyway, so I picked this up at Half Price Books for $8, Indianapolis 500 Legends, and I did see this at multiple places. Need for Speed Pro Street. This is also for the Nintendo Wii. I picked this up at Half Price Books for $10. So I'm kind of excited to play a Need for Speed game. It's been a while since I played one. And I don't think I saw this one anyplace else except for just that one spot. Kawasaki Snowmobiles for the Wii. Picked this up for $4. I believe this was at the one of the Mega Media exchanges that I bought this at. I didn't think about a game like this before until I saw it. I'm like, well, it's racing. It's just on snowmobiles, so this will work for License to Drink, I believe. So kind of excited to play this. I did see this at another location too. Nitro Bike. This is also for the Nintendo Wii. Again, another racing game, but with bikes. Picked this up at Half Price Books for $6. That was the only place where I saw that, but they did have 2 copies of this. Need for Speed Most Wanted U. Of course, they had to put a U after it, right? So this includes the Ultimate Speed Pack, and I picked this up at one of the Mega Media exchanges for $20. So another Need for Speed game. This might have been probably the last local multiplayer game that they released. Probably, when did they release that? I have no idea when this game came out. It's so hard to find dates on these things. 2013, so that's about right. I'd say, within the last 5, 6, 7 years, it's harder to find local multiplayer games. It's mostly all online stuff. So yeah. So Need for Speed Most Wanted U for the Wii U. PS4. This is the only game I picked up at the GameStop. The one GameStop I went to, didn't go to the second GameStop. I figured GameStop was probably going to be pointless, really. Plus, I had to kind of go out of my way for another Mega Media exchange. But anyway, MX versus ATV Supercross Encore Extended Version. More tracks, modes, and gear for the PS4 from Nordic Games. And the last thing I picked up at a Mega Media exchange, NASCAR Heat 3. I had some NASCAR. It says a $50 NASCAR ticket inside. Highly doubt that that's in there. There ain't nothing in there. Just the game. Anyway, so I had 2 NASCAR games on my list. And it was not... Neither of them were this one. Apparently there's better NASCAR games out there. But this was the only NASCAR game that I could find anywhere I went to. So... NASCAR Heat Champions, picked this up at the Mega Media, one of those 2 places, for $18. And I'm counting that as a gaming pickup. Yeah, that's right. The Lego Nintendo Entertainment System. Kind of got sidetracked, decided to go into that Lego store. And I saw that they had these in stock. They just restocked them 2 days ago because they all sold out. The first wave sold out the first day. And I was not the only one buying this. I just lucked out. Found it. So, we'll be putting that together too. So that's going to do it for this episode of our gaming pickups. These are going to be on future episodes of License to Drink. And the Lego Nintendo Entertainment System, that'll be its own video. So we'll see you guys next time.